So guys, this might be the last time I'm doing this series on the old day question papers, because I'm not getting proper responses, because I'm not even getting not even like 40 people I've seen totally right now. So that is why I've decided to stop with this if the response is very poor. Okay, so if you want me to make more videos on this, please do spread this to many of your friends so that many can be benefited, because I can't be teaching like for 20 people, 25 people. Okay, so like do spread this to many people as much possible, because we are doing it for the benefit of many people who can't afford coaching. And also like we want to emphasize the importance of past year question papers so that people can be benefited much from this. Okay, so anyway, let's get started. The first question is, the diarchy as introduced by the Government of India Act 1990 postulated which of the following? So let's just remember diarchy, that is di means two. So it was like introduced by the Government of India on November 9, that is 1990. And basically it was a system where few subjects were transferred to the provincial ministries, and other rest were by the executive council. So suddenly, like when you see diarchy, you can just simply imply the system of dual government in Bengal, but this is not the case, because in 1990 this happened. That is, a few subjects were transferred to the provincial ministries and the rest were retained by the executive council. Okay, so the second question is, the most important feature of land revenue system of Akbar was the collection of land revenue in kind or cash, or the collection of land revenue based on accurate measurement of the land, or the collection of land revenue directly at the central treasury, or the fixation of rates. So like if you're reading properly, then you would have figured it out that some of these were measures of Alauddin Khalji. Okay, and some of these measures were like older kings such as Balban and other like Tughlaq kings and all also practiced based upon measurements of land. So but for Akbar, the correct answer is collection of land revenue at the central treasury. So this was the most distinguishing feature of Akbar land revenue system, and which is true of Indian National Congress during World War II. So the options was they demanded for its cooperation with the British that a provincial national government may be set up at the center. So this sounds good. Okay, and second option is it extended full support to the Indian National Army to oust the British from India. Mm, I don't think so. And it decided to extend full support to the allied nation. It is never, okay, this is not going to happen, because we're not going to get anything by supporting to the allied nations. And it worked for the defeat of allied nations. So it is also not the one, because like we were like bit selfish and we demanded for its cooperation with the British, so that a provisional national government should be set up at the center. So this is why Indian National Congress agreed to work during World War II. And the next dead easy question is, who wrote Vande Mataram? The answer is Rabindranath Tagore. No, no way in the hell that is going to be Rabindranath Tagore. The answer is Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. Okay, so this is like national anthem of India, and also he wrote Bangladesh national anthem also. That is Rabindranath Tagore. The Constitution of India was actually ready it was in 1949. Okay, can you tell me the date on which the Constitution of India was actually published? So Megasthenes visited the court. So Megasthenes was mainly associated with Maurya. Just remember M for M. So like even they would confuse with Samudragupta Maurya, like, but still the answer is Chandragupta Maurya. Okay, just remember Chandragupta Maurya is associated with Megasthenes. Earliest Indian coin belonged to which period? Was it during Ashoka's reign? So Ashoka's reign is like in the 300 and something BC. Okay, and 1st century AD, 3rd century AD, 5th century BC. So the earliest Indian coins belong to 5th century BC. Okay, so Bijak was written by, was it Tulsidas, Ramdas, Guru Nanak, Kabir Das? So the answer here is Kabir Das. Okay, Bijak is by Kabir Das. Which statement about Amir Khusro is not true? He was a great poet, obviously. He was a great historian, yes, definitely. And he wrote poetry both in Hindi and Urdu. So this is also correct. Okay. So like at the time there was like no like all, both the Hindus and Muslims were united. It was still earlier part of the 19th century. The communal riots has happened. Till then, Hindu and Muslims were like both are like brothers. Okay. So like he worked for the Hindu Muslim unity is not true, because they were already united and there were like no serious tension between the two communities. So guys, next question is, what is the correct order of happenings of the following three events in the British rule in India? Was it Rowlatt Act first, or the Hunter Report, or Jallianwala Bagh tragedy? So you definitely know that is going to be Rowlatt Act first and then Jallianwala Bagh tragedy. Okay, so even though if you're not aware of Hunter Report, you can still clearly easily read this. You can do this because can you see here? So like only these two can be the answer, okay, either A or B. Okay, so even if you don't know what is Hunter Report, you could still have 50% of chance of getting this answer correct. Okay, so but the first, yeah, the answer is Rowlatt Act came first and Hunter Report based on Rowlatt Act came again, and based upon the two Jallianwala Bagh tragedy has happened. So the answer is A, that is 1, 2 and 3. Who was the viceroy when Lord Adley declared Indian independence? So like there was a past previous year question that who was the viceroy when India's independence has happened. So at that point Adley was the answer, and they are right now asking who was the viceroy. So like many people would be confused with Mountbatten and Lord Wavell. So like do check your history notes and just tell me the answer here. And the next question is, under whose leadership the Indian National Army was formed? So even little children could answer this. The answer is Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay. Who said these words at the time of Quit India movement? Do or die. Again, a silly and easiest question. That is Mahatma Gandhi. Here is the answer. So guys, can you just do keep focus upon all the important statement that has been given by the leaders, because they are like frequently asked in UPSC. Okay. And why did Gandhiji stop the non-cooperation movement? Because of the Chauri Chaura incident. Okay, we already did previously in the past question papers. The answer here is because the mob turned violent and they burnt a police station at Chauri Chaura in the year 1921. So that is why non-cooperation movement was stopped. The Indian National Movement refers to, was it a movement started by Subhash Chandra Bose through Indian National Army, or the struggle by the Indians to gain freedom from British colonial rule in India, or a struggle by Indians to gain dominion status? So first of all, we never wanted to have this dominant status, and we never tried also. Okay, so like many of us were given by the British in the name of dominant status, but we wanted complete independence. And struggle by Indians to stop British trade. Okay, this is not the answer. So like trade, it is mostly concerned with the early 1800s, and the answer here is to gain freedom from the British colonial rule. So this is the Indian national movement. Muslims for a common cause, was it Quit India movement, civil disobedience movement, Khilafat movement? So Muslim Khilafat, it is like very hand in hand, it's like very easy. And Purna Swaraj, it is not Puma Swaraj, it is Purna Swaraj. Sorry for the spelling mistake. It is Purna Swaraj. So it was observed on, a Republic Day, that is 26 January, but it was on 1930. Okay. Whom did Gandhiji consider as political guru? So just remember, like there'll be like a lot of confusion between BG Tilak and Gopal Krishna Gokhale, because he had like genuine good relationship with BG Tilak, and he also uh, like his emergence came after the like death of BJ Tilak. Okay, so many people would might think of BG Tilak, but the answer is Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Okay, so he was a renowned lawyer as well. So he followed the footsteps of Gopal Krishna Gokhale in many aspects. Which of the following period can be considered as the era of mass revolution? So like mass revolution, so you know that the revolution in the 19th century, that is between 1856 and 1885, were like failed miserably because of lack of unity. Okay, and in 1757 to 1857, there were like consolidation of the British period, and there were like no mass revolution taking place. So the answer here is 1920 to 1947. So this is the time where mass people, that is mass revolution, started to take place, especially after the arrival of Gandhiji through non-cooperation movements, civil disobedience movement, and many satyagrahas movements. Okay, so that is why it is called as mass era. So guys, the next question is, the Indian patriot who died in jail due to hunger strike was Subhash Chandra Bose, or Bhagat Singh, or Jatin Das, or Bipin Chandra Pal? So even though you don't know the answer, you can still answer by elimination method. So definitely it's not going to be Subhash Chandra Bose, who's a great a leader of Indian National Army, and Bhagat Singh, you know how he died. And like confusion should be between Jatin Das and Bipin Chandra Pal. Okay, so like you have 50% of chance again to clear this question. So the answer here is hunger strike, jail. Just remember jail, Jatin. That is JJ. Okay, Jatin Das was the one who died in jail due to hunger strike. So the community development program was launched on the birthday of Gandhiji in the year. So community development program is a post independent program. Okay, so that is why all the years are like above 1950. Here the answer is 1952. Okay, so something about community development program. So it has been the biggest rural reconstruction scheme undertaken by the government of Free India. Okay, so it has been variously described as Magna Carta of hope and happiness for 2/3 of India's population, the testament of emancipation, and the declaration of war and poverty, ignorance, squalor and disease under which millions have been groaning effects, etc. So this is all about community development program. It was launched on 1952. Here is extremely important for you. Why did Muhammad bin Tughlaq change his capital from Delhi to Daulatabad or Hyderabad or Deogri? Okay, so many names are given to this same kind. So Hyderabad is at the gateway of between north and south. That is, it is present at the Deccan. So because he wanted to improve the trade in Deccan, he wanted to spread Islam in Deccan, or he wanted to punish the people of Delhi. So you definitely know this is not going to be the answer. Okay, so like how come shifting his capital is going to punish the people of Delhi, even though if he's going to desert the city, people are still going to live there, and it's not going to be a punishment for them. And he wanted to escape from the Mongolian invasion. So the answer here is option D, because during the reign of Muhammad bin Tughlaq there has been like serious threats coming from Central Asia and also from the sides of Afghanistan, where the Mongols under the period of Genghis Khan were like invading almost close to all the parts surrounding India. So that is why he wanted to change the capital, because of the threat from that it received from the Mongolian invasion. Which ruler introduced Mansabdari system? So answer is Akbar. So like at least this question might have been repeated more than like 6 to 7 times in all the exams. So who among the following were associated with the birth of Swarajya Party? So Swarajya Party was mainly formed by C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru. So guys, these are like very factual, like you still need to remember all these important words, because you might end up with losing great marks if you don't concentrate on the little details and the names. Okay. So who among the following was responsible for the revival of Hinduism in 19th century? Was it Swami Dayananda Saraswati or Swami Vivekanand or Guru Shankaracharya or Rajaram Mohan Rai? So you know that Rajaram Mohan Rai mainly fought for the social evil practices, and Swami Vivekananda, you know that he is a great philosopher, and Swami Dayananda Saraswati, and for the revival of Hinduism. So all the three peoples, like they fought for the social practices, that is social economic evil practices that was prevailing, and only people on the only one who helped in the revival of Hinduism is, the name itself suggests, Guru Shankaracharya. Okay, so he was solely devoted his life to revival of Hinduism. And that puts end to today's topic. So guys, I know like there's been like not of enough views that have been coming from your side. Please do keep on supporting this venture, because it was mainly started to support all the people who are aspiring to become IAS, and the support I've been receiving is like very low actually. Like I can't even state the figures, because you can watch the videos how many views I'm getting. So please do spread this to as many as people as much as possible, because they might be can benefited from this. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching this video. Have an awesome day and all the best for your exams.